morning, it's Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the daily support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Monday the 7th of September. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, it's a bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 10.224 to support a run at the first major resistance level at 10.417. Going to need to see an extended rally through the morning for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high 10.365. Sparring extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, Bitcoin could test resistance at 10,500 before any pullback. We've got the second major resistance level sitting at 10.558 to limit any upside. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 10.083 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid the second major support level at 9.890. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a slight widening of the bullish histogram, supporting this early morning move. We've also seen the 50 EMA bottom out and begin to narrow against the 100 and the 200, suggestive of a bullish day ahead. So key through the morning, a move back through to 10,400s and that first major resistance level to then target 10,500 levels and then begin to start recovering from last week's loss. Moving across to EOS against the US dollar, also a relatively positive start to the morning. Going to need to see EOS avoid a fallback through the pivot at 2.9170 to support a run at the first major resistance level, so it's at 3.0221. Going to need to see support from the broader market for EOS to break back through to 3.0 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 3.0344 should limit any upside. In the event of a breakout, EOS could test resistance at 3.1 and the second major resistance level sitting at 3.1394 before any pullback. A fallback through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 2.7997 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, EOS should avoid sub 2.7s. Second major support level sits at 2.6946. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a slight widening of the bullish histogram, but caution needed because that pinch there suggests there is a move imminently. Looking at the EMA, however, we have seen that 50 bottom out and begin to slightly narrow against the 100 and the 200, supportive of this early move. So key through the morning, avoid a pullback through the pivot and a move back through to 3.0 levels to then support upward momentum on the day. Moving across Ethereum against the US dollar, tracking the broader market, positive start to the morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the pivot at 343.27 to support a run at the 38.2% fib at 367 and the first major resistance level at 370.11. Going to need to see an extended rally on the day for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high at 360.61, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect the 38.2% fib and that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of breakout, the second major resistance level sits at 387.45. A fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level at 325.93 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 300s. Second major support level sits at 299.09. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bullish histogram in the early part of the day. Nothing suggestive of a pullback, however. Looking at the EMA, 50 has bottomed out and beginning to narrow against 100 and 200, supportive of this early move. So key through the morning, avoiding a fall through the pivot and a move through 360s and that 38.2% fib at 367 to begin a recovery of last week's losses. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall through the pivot at 23.76, support a run at the first major resistance level at 24.56. Going to need to see an extended rally on the day for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high 24,328, however. So buying an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, Ripple's XRP could test resistance at 0.25 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.2512. Fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level at 2319 into play. Barring an extended crypto sell-off, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub-23s. Second major support level sits at 2240. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram supportive of the early morning move. And we're seeing the 50 EMA bottom out and begin to narrow against the 100 and 200 supportive of a bullish day ahead. So key through the morning, avoid the pivot level, break out from that first major resistance level to then target resistance at 0.25.